Well, this Devar Torah is dedicated to Lord Strauss's loving memory, which will no doubtably always be, for many of us, an abiding blessing. We are very excited for tomorrow when our B'nai Mitzvah, Eddie and Sal, will read and teach Torah right here from this podium. Mazel tov to you both. The Shabbat that occurs in the middle of Sukkot, is the anniversary of when I became a bar mitzvah. My shul, Sinai Reformed Temple in Bay Shore, New York, was a beautiful congregation, but for reasons I do not know, my synagogue did not have B'nai Mitzvah deliver a Devar Torah. I never got to say, "Today I am a fountain pen." And I wish I would have said it. Well, Torah too, of course. Luckily, Rabbi Ross, who is responsible for the schedule of how we speak each Shabbat, randomly assigned me to deliver the Devar Torah tonight, and I'm not going to miss my shot so many years later. So there's a special Torah and Haftarah portion for these middle days of Sukkot. The Haftarah for Sukkot comes from the biblical book of Ezekiel. In it, the prophet Ezekiel tells of what one commentator calls the doom prophecy, which was once a well-known legend for our ancestors. This legend, though, is barely known by us today. The doom prophecy tells of a massive battle with earthquakes, pestilence, and a lot of fighting. Think Avengers Endgame meets Torah. This battle will take place sometime in the future on the holiday of Sukkot. In one corner will be Adonai. In the other corner, Gog and Magog, arch enemies of the Jewish people. Guess who wins? Yes, Adonai will win, and this victory will usher in the Messianic age. Happy Sukkot, everyone. There's at least one reason why I think this myth is not well known today. We Jews are not focused on the world to come. We're not focused on the Messianic age. No doubt there are volumes of texts and references in our tradition to the idea of a heaven-like place and a world to come, but this is not our priority as Jews. Living our best life on earth, here and now, mitzvah after mitzvah, this is what has been emphasized time and time again in Judaism. The Talmud tells a story of an older man who is in the process of planting a fruit tree. Suddenly, he's interrupted by another person in town rushing towards him. "Old man, come with me," he says. "I heard the Messiah has arrived, and I'm going to meet the Messiah right now." The old man responds, "I'm in the middle of planting a fruit tree." "A fruit tree," says the town person. "You won't need this tree once the Messiah arrives. Come with me now. The Messiah is waiting." The old man politely responds, "Let me finish planting the fruit tree, and then I'll greet the Messiah." So it has gone throughout millennia. We are open to the idea of a messianic age, a time when our lives will be so much better than today. And instead of waiting passively for that time to arrive or for some Messiah to deliver us, it is we who are to proactively bring this age into existence by our own efforts. By, for example, planting trees that will bear fruit for future generations, and nurturing existing metaphorical trees like Central Synagogue and other organizations whose missions are to actively better our world. It's also notable that the special Torah portion for this Shabbat of Sukkot is the story of how God, Moses, and the Israelites repair their relationship after the golden calf incident. Indeed, doing the hard work of repairing relationships that are in need of healing is in itself a crucial act of bringing into existence the world we want to live in. And there's more. In tonight's special Torah portion, which we'll hear in a moment, God affirms the characteristics that God wants to define God's self, all attributes that we can embrace to bring about a better tomorrow, including being more compassionate and graceful and kind and forgiving and being slow to anger. Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel taught, it is not enough to be concerned for the life to come. Our immediate concern must be with justice and compassion in life here and now, with human dignity, welfare, and security. With no offense to Ezekiel, this Sukkot, we are not waiting for the doom prophecy and the great battle with Gog and Magog. And let us not wait for a Messiah or others to do the heavy lifting that will improve our lives and those around us. Instead, let each of us be tree planters and planet menders. Let each of us, one by one, action by action, be the ones that repair. Yes, let it be each of us that transforms our world into what it should be. Moadim l'simcha, and Shabbat Shalom.